If you're a real Warriors fan living in the US, this video is for you. From coast to coast, America is buzzing after last night's game. Draymond Green just reminded the whole country why he runs the West. NBA fans, buckle up because Draymond Green just dropped a bombshell take ahead of one of the most highly anticipated games of the year. Game 7. Indiana Pacers vs. Oklahoma City Thunder. Everything on the line. And leave it to Draymond, never one to shy away from controversy, to step into the spotlight with a bold, brutally honest statement that has the entire basketball world talking. Whether you agree with him or not, what he just said might end up aging like fine wine or like milk. Either way, fans, players, and analysts are all paying attention. Before we break down Draymond's exact words, let's set the stage. The Pacers and Thunder have battled through a grueling series. Blowouts. Nail-biters. Big-time shots. Rookie mistakes. Star performances. This series has had it all. Tyrese Haliburton has put on a show for the Pacers, while Shai Gilgeous-Alexander continues to build his MVP-worthy legacy in OKC. Both teams are young, hungry, and ready to prove that they belong on the league's biggest stage. So what did Draymond Green say? In the latest episode of his podcast, The Draymond Green Show, Draymond came out swinging with this hot take: if the Thunder lose this Game 7, they're not built for the moment. I don't want to hear another word about them being the future of the West if they fold now. Boom. That's it. That one line has triggered debate across social media, locker rooms, and TV panels. Draymond is calling out the Thunder not just as a team, but as a culture. He's challenging their toughness, their identity, their claim to the throne of the Western Conference. And he didn't stop there. Draymond went on to say, this is where champions are made. It's not Game 1. It's not Game 3 at home. It's Game 7, on the road, in a pressure cooker. If OKC's not ready now, when will they be? Now, let's be real, Draymond knows what he's talking about when it comes to Game 7s. He's played in the biggest ones: 2016 against the Cavs, 2018 against the Rockets, and more. He knows the pressure. He knows the stakes. And he knows what separates contenders from pretenders. But is he being too harsh on the Thunder? Let's look at the facts. This OKC team is one of the youngest in the league. Shai is 25. Chet Holmgren is basically in his rookie year. Jalen Williams, Josh Giddey, all still developing. So even making it this far is a major success. Yet Draymond's point is that being young can't be the excuse anymore. He's saying if you want to be taken seriously as a championship team, you can't shy away from the moment, you've got to own it. And it wasn't just OKC that Draymond took aim at. He gave the Pacers some flowers but also threw a little shade. He said, if Haliburton doesn't show up in this Game 7, that's a problem. I love his game, I love his IQ, but now is when we find out if he's a dog or just a stats guy. So Draymond's not playing favorites here. He's issuing a challenge to both sides. Step up or step out of the spotlight. And that's what makes this moment so powerful. This isn't just a Game 7, it's a crossroad for two franchises. The Pacers have spent years rebuilding after the Paul George era. They bet on Haliburton, and he's delivered, but they haven't been on this kind of stage in over a decade. Meanwhile, the Thunder have been patient, stacking draft picks, developing their core, and now the moment of truth. All eyes are on Shai. Is he ready to carry this team to the next level? Draymond's comments aren't just noise. They're a mirror. He's holding it up to both squads and saying, what do you really stand for? And that kind of talk? That kind of intensity? That's what the playoffs are all about. Let's dive into how fans and players reacted. On social media, Thunder fans immediately pushed back. Many pointed out that Draymond's Warriors didn't even make it out of the first round this year, so maybe he should focus on his own team. Some even dug up old clips of Draymond's ejection in the 2016 finals, arguing that he's not the best person to talk about handling pressure. But others, including several former players, backed him up. Kendrick Perkins tweeted, Draymond keeping it real. This is legacy stuff. Some players run from Game 7s. Others show up and take what's theirs. JJ Redick added on his own show that Draymond's not wrong, he's just the only one with the guts to say it out loud. As for the players themselves? Well, we haven't heard directly from Shai or Haliburton yet, but insiders say the Thunder locker room saw the comments and took note. One OKC assistant reportedly told a media member, "They don't need motivation, but yet that clip is making the rounds." And that might be the most fascinating part of this whole story. Because whether Draymond intended it or not, he just poured fuel on a fire that was already burning hot. The pressure is now even higher. The spotlight even brighter. And for these two rising teams, the stakes couldn't be clearer. So what should we expect in Game 7? Well, if history tells us anything, it's that Game 7's come down to execution and composure. The stars will be targeted. Coaches will adjust every possession. And the team that wins won't necessarily be the most talented, it'll be the one that handles the moment. For OKC, that means Shai needs to be aggressive early. He can't wait for the game to come to him. He's got to control the tempo, get to his spots, and set the tone. Chet Holmgren will need to rebound, alter shots, and hold his ground against Indiana's physicality. Giddey and Jalen Williams must be decisive. No time for hesitation. For the Pacers, it's about Haliburton making the right reads and hitting timely shots. Pascal Siakam has to play like a champion, dominate mismatches, crash the boards, and lead. Miles Turner? He needs to protect the paint without fouling and knock down open threes. The bench, especially T.J. McConnell and Obi Toppin, could be X factors with their energy. And what about coaching? Don't overlook this chess match. Mark Daigneault versus Rick Carlisle, youth versus experience. Carlisle has been here before. Daigneault is proving he belongs. Every timeout, every substitution, every play call could swing momentum. And hanging over all of it, Draymond's challenge. That lingering question, are you built for this? Because once the ball tips, the talk stops. The narratives fade. And it comes down to who wants it more. So here's what we want to know from you, the fans. Do you agree with Draymond Green's bold statement? Is he being too harsh on a young Thunder squad or just brutally honest? Who do you think will rise in Game 7, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or Tyrese Haliburton? And most importantly, who do you have winning this series and advancing? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you're fired up for Game 7 like we are, hit that like button right now. Subscribe for full playoff coverage, player reactions, trade rumors, and everything else happening around the NBA. And turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a single moment.